Welcome to the Black Gay History Channel. Please share this video and subscribe to this channel for more captivating content. Michael Kenneth Williams was an incredibly talented actor and choreographer who had standout roles in Hollywood's most gritty and acclaimed TV shows and movies. The Bahamian-American actor got his start as a teenager and was handpicked by the rap legend Tupac Shakur to play his little brother in the 1996 gangster film Bullet. Though many know Williams for playing gritty street characters, he also became an icon in the LGBT community for playing groundbreaking gay roles on television. Many may not know that Michael Williams was a dancer and choreographer with dreams for a starring career as a dancer, but eventually his acting career took center stage in his life. Throughout the early 90s, Williams was a backup dancer for Madonna and George Michael, two huge gay icons. One being a longtime ally to the LGBT community, and the other, George Michael, coming out later on in his career. Another incredible fact about the iconic actor is that Michael Williams choreographed and performed in the 1994 house music video 100% Pure Love by Crystal Waters, which is definitely considered a gay anthem to date. I think it's also important to mention that pictures of Michael K. Williams walking in the New York house and ball scene's gay male realness category is very telling. I can't help but wonder if Michael Williams was gay or bisexual man who could play gay roles but not discuss his personal life in the media. Though Williams had an incredibly gritty performances throughout his career, some of his most standout performances were when he played gay men. For several years, he played Chalky White, a successful black gangster in the late 19th century Atlantic City in the hit TV series Boardwalk Empire on HBO. But it would be his time playing Oscar Little, a masculine gay gangster with a boyfriend in the hit action drama TV series The Wire in 2002 that made Williams a superstar. In 2002, many American TV viewers had never been shown a reoccurring black gay character in a high-profile TV show, and Williams' portrayal of Omar Little was even more unconventional for many. Gang and thug culture has always been perceived by white and black viewers to be hypermasculine, so many fans of the Wire TV series were fascinated by a calculated criminal who robbed rich drug dealers but went back home to cuddle with his boyfriend. Many viewers loved Omar Little's Robin Hood-like mentality of robbing and killing the bad guys, and in a telling interview with Queen Latifah, Michael Williams confessed that in 2008, the now President Barack Obama, who was campaigning for presidency at the time, told Williams that Omar Little was his favorite character on TV. Omar Little is still seen as one of the most groundbreaking characters for black gay men on television, but in recent years, Williams would bring another iconic gay character to the TV screen. Lovecraft Country was the 2020 fantasy horror television series that blended themes of family secrets, racial injustice, and mind-bending horror and action into one series. The Freeman family soon began to realize their destiny and family tree were intertwined with powerful and rich white wizards who need their cooperation to further their own insidious plots. Set in the late 1950s, a highly discriminatory time for black and gay Americans, Williams plays Montrose Freeman, the patriarch of the Freeman family who has many secrets to hide. Over time, his son and family soon realize he has male lovers, and not only that, but he has also much more knowledge about the magical world than he will ever tell them. There's some very heart-wrenching scenes where we see young Montrose Freeman getting beat by his father for getting caught wearing a flower in his hair, and another tear-jerking scene where the Freemans travel back in time to see a young Montrose lose a young lover to racial violence. Montrose Freeman was far from perfect, and in fact could be frustrating for his unwillingness to tell the truth about the magical world to his son Atticus, but also for the reckless way he treats his on-screen boyfriend Sammy. I love fantasy and horror so much I thoroughly enjoyed Lovecraft Country, as well as Williams' raw portrayal of Montrose. At the time in the 50s, it was almost unheard of for any gay man to live openly, making Montrose Freeman's struggle with self-acceptance very believable. Throughout his career, Michael K. Williams was very frank about his struggles with substance use, and unfortunately that was a factor in his death in 2021. He was open about relapsing when he played his landmark role as Omar Little, an openly gay man, and from there it seemed an ongoing back-and-forth struggle. This thought was always in the back of my mind about the actor, but after seeing pictures of him walking in realness categories in the house and ball scene of New York, I can't help but wonder if he was at a walking realness in every day of his life. The realness category in the house and ball competitions and categories particularly for gay men, is about being able to blend in as straight, giving a masculine persona that leaves the judges convinced you are a heterosexual man. And these tips were very much used by gay and trans people in order to blend into heteronormative society and in order to find financial success. So I can't help but wonder if from there, Michael Williams chose to keep himself closeted in order to land these big acting gigs, particularly the hyper-masculine gangster roles he was known to portray throughout his career. Many health studies have proven that a lack of acceptance for our gay identities leads many gay men and women to self-medicate to deal with depression. And in my opinion, it's very telling that Williams admitted to relapsing while playing his first gay role on TV. I can only imagine the mental pressure it would take to be applauded for playing a proudly, openly gay character, all the while not being able to tell the viewers that you are gay too. Now, I could be completely off track here, and I admit that I have never heard of anyone, man or woman, being romantically attached to Williams, and most sources say he did not identify as gay. But he did briefly mention in his memoir that he was called Faggot Mike growing up in his Bronx childhood. Toxic masculinity has done so much damage to young black men throughout the world that many gay and bisexual men in Hollywood still lead double lives. And it seems to me all these Easter eggs throughout his career is telling his story, but very few are willing to connect the dots. Childhood bullying doesn't make someone gay, but most gay men I know were bullied for being gay. If Michael Williams was just an incredible ally who pushed the conversation forward for black gay men in media, great. But the possibility of him struggling with his own identity is also one I'm not willing to rule out yet. There's so many in the gay community who are struggling with their identities, and substances is one of the most common ways our community has found to cope. I hope anyone listening who struggles with their own gay, bi, or queer identity can find the strength to reach out for education and support from a trusted and safe source. Michael Williams undoubtedly helped a whole generation of black men become more accepting of one another through his work, and we are lucky we got to observe and appreciate his talent.